Well, it's another day. Little change of plans right now. I was looking at the calendar and I have a regatta next weekend, so I need to get the catboat in the water. I have gotten it off the trailer and it's up on the jack stands. So now we're going to sand the bottom of the catboat. And while I've got all the rigs set up for sanding, I might as well sand the bottom of the big boat, and we'll paint the bottoms of both boats. And hopefully I can get the catboat back on the trailer tomorrow and get it in the water on Sunday and rigged and ready to race next weekend. So let's do some sanding and painting today. So here's the Marshall. Just took the cover off of it. I backed the trailer underneath it, get it up on jack stands so I get it a little bit higher. Put the stern stands under the boat. And then I have this big steel beam, and this runs under the boat onto these two stands, and it lifts the bow of the boat up so I can just yank the trailer out from under it. And then I put the V stand under the bow to support the boat properly. So now it's high enough that I can lower the centerboard and then sand and paint the bottom, and boy, it just makes it so much easier to sand and paint when the boat's sitting like this. And then I roll the trailer back under it and just touch up the spots where the jack stands are. So we'll do the same thing with the big boat. Sand and paint the bottom, and well, hopefully get both of these done and ready to roll. So that's it, we'll get to it. Okay, well, typical. I have Catnap's cover off, folded, put away because it's done for the year. I've also taken the cover off the Bristol, and that's all balled up over in the corner of the yard so I can sand and paint that boat. I've got all my suit, mask, shop vac connected to the sander. I am 100% ready to go, and suddenly I'm looking at the sky and it is getting very gray. Now, I'm hoping that some of that may just be all the smoke from the Canadian wildfires, but my concern is that it's going to start to rain. Perfect. Well, I'm going to start sanding and see how much sanding I can get done. And then if I have to scramble to cover the big boat because there are hatches open, holes in the decks, I mean, the big boat's going to get soaked if it starts raining. But it is what it is. Let's see what we can get done. All right, well, I'm a little tuckered out. It has been just had to hang up the phone on my watch. About an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes to sand Catnap's mooring ball, Catnap's hull and centerboard, and the Bristol. And then I have stripped off my suit. I'm a little hot and sweaty. And got my push broom and wiped off both boats. It's now just afternoon, so I'm going to go have a wash up since I'm covered with red bottom paint. I'm going to wash up and then come out here and mask and, paint both boats because it looks like the weather is holding off, hopefully. All right, see ya. Well, the boat's all masked. Both boats are all masked. The mooring ball is masked. Check the weather radar, and it looks like we're good to go. So now I've just got to stir up the paint, get it in the roller tray, and roll away. I wasn't sure if I'd have enough paint in this can to do both boats, so I bought a second can of paint at West Marine, and they stirred it all up for me. But I should have brought this one down and had them put it on the paint stirrer, but I didn't. So you can see what the paint looks like. And I've got this great little stirrer that goes in, and oh, it is sludge. I guess that's about the best that I can do. And try to make sure I get as much paint as I can off my little power stirrer. Then after spinning it at high speed to get off as much as I can, I figure I should wipe it down. That bottom paint gets pretty darn thick, and I'd hate to build up a huge mass of bottom paint on this little stirrer. I mean, I know it's building up already, but whatever I can do to minimize that would be that much better. Well, I've got paint, roller tray, roller, and a brush, and we'll get to it, see if we can get this done. Well, I'm not really happy. I checked the weather radar and it said no problems. I painted both boats. Now it's raining. Fortunately, the catboat is the one that I'm more critical or more concerned about the bottom, because that's the boat I race. And that one dried, quickly. The big boat may still be a little bit damp, but the bigger problem is I can't cover it, and there are no hatches, there's nothing, so the boat's going to fill up with water. So all I can hope is that this rain doesn't last a long time and I can get out and cover the boat in about an hour when the paint's all set up. Oh well, we'll see. I was able to get the boat covered. Not too much rain got into it. Bottoms are all dry and looking pretty darn good. So Thank you for following SV Slow Air. Thanks for watching this video. Please hit the like button if you've enjoyed the content, and don't forget to subscribe to get updates when new videos come out. See you shortly with the next video as we continue the work of restoring the Bristol 32.